A major setback for President Donald Trump's push to end automatic citizenship for anyone born in the U.S. On Thursday, a federal judge in New Hampshire, Joseph LaPlante, imposed a new nationwide pause on the president's policy, saying the preliminary injunction is not a close call to the court. The deprivation of U.S. citizenship and an abrupt change of policy that was long-standing, that's irreparable harm.
Birthright. That's a big one.
The president signed the executive order just hours after his inauguration in January to reverse 157 years of precedent, ending the constitutional guarantee outlined in the 14th Amendment that a baby born in the U.S. is automatically a U.S. citizen. But this order faced numerous legal challenges, prompting many lower court judges to issue nationwide injunctions, blocking that order from going into effect. Last month, the Supreme Court stepped in, saying lower court judges do not have the authority to pause a presidential policy nationwide.
Unless you certify a class.
Paul Schiff-Berman, a professor at the George Washington University Law School, says the High Court carved out exceptions, allowing lower court judges to block a policy nationwide if it's challenged with a class action lawsuit.
And that allows for a case that involves many people to be brought in a group litigation.
In this New Hampshire case, the plaintiffs included a Honduran asylum seeker who's expecting a baby in October and a Brazilian non-citizen whose wife had a child last March. Their attorneys celebrating the judge's ruling outside the courthouse.
This is going to protect every single child around the country from this lawless, unconstitutional, and cruel executive order.
A White House spokesperson tells Spectrum News today's decision is an obvious and unlawful attempt to circumvent the Supreme Court's clear order against universal relief. The judge's decision disregards the rule of law by abusing class action certification procedures. And Professor Berman tells us that this issue may end up back in front of the Supreme Court, with justices finally weighing in on the central question of whether the president's efforts to end birthright citizenship is constitutional. Reporting here in Washington, I'm Evan Koslof, Spectrum News.